Hello, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Elena, and I'm thrilled to be here again with you today. And joining me, as always, is James, full of curiosity and always ready to dive deep. Today's topic is something many of us adore, crave, and even rely on daily: coffee. Not just a drink, but a ritual, a culture, and for some, a lifelong love. James, are you ready?
More than ready, Elena. This is a topic that literally runs through my veins. I think coffee is not just something you drink, it's something you live. So let's begin right at the roots. Where did this magical bean come from?
Great start. Coffee, as far as most historians agree, originated in Ethiopia. There's a famous legend of a goat herder named Kaldi who noticed his goats dancing energetically after eating red berries from a certain tree. That tree, of course, was coffee. From Ethiopia, coffee spread to Yemen, where it was first cultivated systematically. The port city of Mocha, yes, that's where the name comes from, became a major coffee trading hub in the 15th century.
That's wild. So the goats discovered it first. And from Yemen, I guess it traveled through the Islamic world?
Exactly. By the 16th century, coffee had spread throughout the Ottoman Empire, Persia, and North Africa. It was consumed in coffee houses known as kave-khane, which became centers of intellectual exchange, music, chess, and conversation, like early podcast lounges.
I love that image. Candles, poetry, and tiny cups of strong, mysterious brew. When did it reach Europe?
In the 17th century, through the port of Venice, coffee entered Europe. Some religious figures called it the bitter invention of Satan, but once Pope Clement VIII tasted it, he blessed it, saying it was too delicious to be from the devil. Soon, coffee houses exploded across cities like London, Paris, and Vienna. In fact, coffee houses in London were nicknamed penny universities because, for the price of a cup, you could sit and listen to brilliant minds discuss everything from science to philosophy.
Wow, so coffee was fueling the Enlightenment in more ways than one. Let's talk about what kinds of coffees are out there. I know we usually hear Arabica and Robusta, but what's the actual difference?
Good question. Arabica beans are generally sweeter, with hints of sugar, fruits, and berries. They contain less caffeine and are considered higher quality. Robusta beans, on the other hand, have more bitterness, a stronger body, and about twice the caffeine. They're often used in espresso blends for that signature kick. Arabica makes up about 60–70% of global production, and it's typically grown at higher altitudes.
That explains why some coffees taste so gentle while others punch you in the face. What about geography? Where is most of the world's coffee grown today?
Coffee is grown in a belt around the equator, known as the bean belt. The top coffee-producing countries include Brazil, the largest exporter in the world, known for smooth, nutty beans. Vietnam, mostly Robusta beans, very strong and earthy. Colombia, famous for balanced Arabica beans. Ethiopia, the birthplace, producing floral, complex beans. Honduras, Peru, Mexico, Kenya, and Indonesia are also key players. Each region gives the beans a distinct flavor because of the altitude, soil, climate, and even the method of drying.
It's like wine. The terroir changes everything. But what about the ways we make coffee? I mean, sometimes I use a French press, other times espresso. How does that change the experience?
That's a whole universe in itself. Espresso, concentrated, intense, brewed under high pressure, foundation for cappuccinos, lattes, and macchiatos. French press, immersion method, brings out oils and full-bodied flavors. Pour over, clean, delicate, Let subtle notes shine. Cold brew, steeped in cold water for 12 to 24 hours. Smooth, low acidity. Turkish coffee, unfiltered, boiled with sugar and cardamom. Rich and bold. Each method reveals different sides of the same bean. It's like unlocking different rooms in a house.
I never thought of coffee as architectural, but yeah, it's got wings. So, Elena, let's get personal. When do you drink coffee?
Morning, always. It's almost sacred to me, a quiet ritual. I grind the beans fresh, use a pour over, and just enjoy the aroma before the chaos of the day begins. And you?
I'm the multiple cups a day type. Morning espresso, midday French press, late night. Okay, maybe that's pushing it. But yes, I love the process. I even visit local roasteries when I travel. The smell of roasted beans is like a warm handshake from the universe.
That's beautifully said. And coffee really is cultural, too. In Italy, it's espresso shots at the bar. In Sweden, they have fika, a ritual break with coffee and pastries. In Ethiopia, they hold elaborate coffee ceremonies. Even the Japanese have embraced specialty coffee with meticulous detail.
And don't forget Turkey. I had the strongest coffee of my life in Istanbul. But it's not just culture. Coffee is also a business empire, right?
Absolutely. The global coffee industry is worth over $100 billion and employs millions, from farmers to baristas. But there are concerns too: climate change, exploitation of workers, deforestation. That's why many now seek fair trade in organic beans. Ethical consumption is rising, and that's a good thing.
I agree. Let's respect the bean. And speaking of respect, some people worship coffee like a religion. Is that healthy?
In moderation, yes. Coffee has antioxidants, improves alertness, may reduce risks of Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and even depression. The sweet spot? Usually 2 to 4 cups a day for most adults.
That's my comfort zone. You know what fascinates me? The psychology. Why do so many people love coffee?
Because it's a multi-sensory experience. The aroma triggers pleasure sensors. The taste is rich and complex. The warmth is comforting. It becomes a moment of pause, a symbol of comfort, or even identity. Some people feel incomplete without their morning cup.
I feel seen. Also, some prefer cafes, others brew at home. What do you think about that?
Cafes are social spaces. They encourage interaction, reflection, sometimes even creativity. Home brewing is more intimate, ritualistic. Each has its own beauty. Some people even treat coffee as a form of art, adjusting grind size, water temperature, extraction time. It's science and soul, really.
And the passion is global. Coffee is more than a drink. It's a story, a journey. From a high mountain farm in Colombia to a steaming mug in someone's quiet kitchen in Norway. And in every cup, there's a bit of history, a bit of culture, and a lot of love.
Exactly. And that's the magic of it. So, whether you're a casual drinker or a certified coffee fanatic, remember to sip mindfully, support ethical sourcing, and savor the moment.
Honestly, Elena, I didn't think I'd get so deep into a conversation about coffee, but now I'm fascinated. From the farms in Ethiopia to cafes in Tokyo, it's like the entire world connects through one cup. That's powerful.
That's exactly the beauty of it, James. And I'm so glad you felt that. Sometimes it's these small everyday things, like a cup of coffee, that open the door to much deeper conversations, cultures, emotions, even memories. And I believe that's what we're trying to do here. Not just talk, but connect, explore, and share something meaningful. And to everyone listening right now, If this journey through the world of coffee stirred something in you, even just a spark of curiosity or comfort, I invite you to stay with us. Hit that subscribe button, and if you found this episode enriching, share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Let's spread the knowledge, the inspiration, and the joy of thoughtful conversation. Because the more you engage with us, the more we're able to keep creating these in-depth, warm, and valuable episodes, ones that don't just inform but also inspire. So thank you, truly, for being part of this moment. Until next time, keep learning, keep sipping, and keep sharing.